सनातन था, सनातन है और सनातन रहेगा. With that rallying cry, Anurag Thakur addressed the Vijay Sankalp Yatra at his Lok Sabha constituency of Hamirpur as he's vying for a fifth term as the MP. Many thanks to you, Anurag ji, for joining in on CNN News 18.
Welcome to Devbhoomi Himachal Pradesh and Veerbhoomi Hamirpur.
Your भूमि too. आपका रिश्ता बहुत पुराना है.
जी मेरा तो संघर्ष भूमि, कर्म भूमि, जन्म भूमि यही है.
जी आपका भाषण बहुत ही बेहतरीन था.
धन्यवाद.
उसमें एक लाइन मेरा अटेंशन जरूर कैच करी एंड दैट वाज कि देश का हिसाब कांग्रेस को देना होगा. आपने ऐसा क्यों कहा और किस हिसाब की आप बात कर रहे हैं?
देखिए, जब किसी राजनीतिक दल को 60 वर्ष तक सत्ता में रहने का अवसर मिला हो और उसमें उन्होंने नारा दिया गरीबी हटाओ, गरीबी हटाओ, गरीब मिट गया लेकिन गरीबी नहीं हट पाई थी. मोदी आए तो लोगों ने क्या कहा, कांग्रेस ने, अरे तो चाय बेचने वाला है, क्या देश चलाएगा. लोगों ने भ्रष्ट कांग्रेस को नकार दिया, ईमानदार चाय वाले को देश का प्रधानमंत्री बनाया. और 10 सालों में आपने देखा होगा मोदी जी ने 25 करोड़ लोगों को मल्टी डायमेंशनल पॉवर्टी से बाहर निकाला. अब आगे उनको और समृद्ध और संपन्न बनाने की तैयारी है. हम अपने देश को पिछले 10 सालों में अगर 5वीं बड़ी अर्थव्यवस्था बना सकते हैं तो कांग्रेस ने 10वें नंबर पे 10 साल क्यों रखा? ऐसा क्या बुरा किया था देशवासियों ने? तो इसका जवाब देना होगा. दूसरा, हमारी सीमाओं के साथ कॉम्प्रोमाइज कांग्रेस ने किया, समझौता किया. एक्साइज इन एरिया, हजारों किलोमीटर की बेल्ट वो ले गया. कौन ले गया? चाइना ले गया. किसके समय? नेहरू जी से लेके, इंदिरा जी से लेके, राजीव जी और मनमोहन सिंह जी के समय तक. पाक अधिकृत कश्मीर बन गया. कच्चा थी वो आइलैंड, श्रीलंका को दे दिया. ऐसी कौन सी मजबूरी थी कांग्रेस की? ये करना जरूरी था. जब डोकलाम की घटना हुई, चीन ने अतिक्रमण करने का प्रयास किया, हमारे सेना के जवानों ने मुंह तोड़ जवाब दिया उनको. प्रधानमंत्री सीमा पर गए, रक्षा मंत्री सीमा पर गए, सेना का मनोबल बढ़ाया. राहुल गांधी कहाँ गए? बंद कमरे में चीन के डिप्लोमेट्स के साथ बैठक की. और आपको मैं जानकारी और दूं, इन लोगों ने चीन की पार्टी से पैसा भी लिया, कांग्रेस पार्टी ने. अब कांग्रेस पार्टी ने अगर पैसा लिया है तो उस पैसे का किया क्या? जवाब तो देना होगा.
कांग्रेस कहता है.
और दूसरी तरफ पाकिस्तान कहता है कि कांग्रेस आएगी, राहुल गांधी आएंगे. कांग्रेस के नेता कहते हैं पाकिस्तान के पास एटम बम है, पाकिस्तान ने चूड़ियां नहीं पहनी.
उसमें कांग्रेस का कहना है कि मणिशंकर अय्यर के उस स्टेटमेंट से हमारा कुछ लेना देना नहीं.
अरे भाई, सैम पिट्रोडा कहते हैं संपत्ति चली जानी चाहिए. मनमोहन सिंह जी कहते हैं आपकी देश के संसाधनों पर अल्पसंख्यक और मुसलमान का हक पहले है. अब आप मनमोहन सिंह जी को भी कहते हो आपके नहीं है, आप सैम पिट्रोडा को कहते हो अपने नहीं. मणिशंकर तो है कौन कांग्रेस में?
Since you mentioned Muslims, it's the Lok Sabha election of 2024 is being touted as the most polarized election, where they're saying that there's been a lowering of political rhetoric which does not suit a prime minister, and that he should be more inclusive when he addresses the nation. They are quoting quota, they are quoting the wealth redistribution issue, and they say, I want you to tell me, all those critics, is this an attack directed towards the Muslim community or what the Congress is addressing in its manifesto?
I think we don't need to take a lesson from others how to be more inclusive. If you have a look at the last 10 years of Modi government, it clearly showcases 25 crore people have come out of the multi-dimensional poverty line. That clearly means it is not only Hindus but people from various sections of the society, whether it is Hindu, Muslim, Sikh or Parsi. And when Modi government came out with the welfare programs, for example, 40 million houses were built under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. 120 million toilets were built. 130 million houses were given tap water. 600 million people have been given free medical facility under Ayushman Bharat. 800 million people have got free food grains for the last 5 years, and we have promised for the next 5 years as well. Now, did we ever ask whether you are a Hindu or a Muslim? We gave it to the needy who actually deserved it.
So the Congress is also trying to twist that around, saying that the caste census will also give you an insight into who is below the poverty line. It could also be a Savarn. And they're saying that why is the BJP against a caste census when it's been happening since 1881? They're saying that it's an RSS ideology. Revant Reddy says that the BJP consciously wants to target 400 seats because that is the only way they can change the constitution. B, that is the only way they can break down governments, various state governments.
I pity Congress. I feel sad for them, the kind of mindset they have and how they try to befool people. Let me first say, we were in the government for last 10 years. If we wanted to change, we had the full majority. We passed the Citizenship Amendment Act, Triple Talaq, to various other such laws from the GST to others. We don't need Congress lesson. We didn't make any amendment, and let me tell you, it is Prime Minister Modi who gave respect to Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. When he entered the parliament, first he bowed down on the first step of the parliament. Second, he bowed down in front of the constitution which was given by the Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. Now, we made the Panchatirth from the birthplace, from the education, from Janam Bhumi, Shiksha Bhumi, Diksha Bhumi, Chaitya Bhumi se leke Mahaparinirvan Bhumi, Nagpur, Mumbai, Delhi and London. We made that. We gave respect to Baba Sahib Ambedkar. We didn't make any amendment. It is the Congress party who made the amendment to more than 70 times in the constitution. From Nehru ji to Indira ji, Rajiv ji, Manmohan ji.
Now also with regards to Prime Ministers...
Let me come to that. Now they made the amendment to the constitution. It's not us. They made it. Now when they talk about the quota, it is the Congress party who has taken away the SC, ST, OBC 5% quota and given it to the Muslim. Now they did it and we have to raise it. It is not anti-Muslim we are speaking. We are saying why they have taken away the right of SC, ST and OBC. That is question number one.
All right.
Second, when they talk about the wealth redistribution, who gives them the right? Sam Pitroda says that in US, they take away 55% of your assets, your property, post your death. Now tell me, is Congress thinking on those lines? तो आपका स्त्री धन, पशुधन, संपत्ति कुछ भी सुरक्षित नहीं है.
Fair enough.
Are you paying taxes? Then why they don't really want to do it? And who has taken away? Inheritance tax was there in the country before 1984. It was Mr. Rajiv Gandhi who came and saved his property.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Saved his property by passing a law. So whenever it suits Congress party, they do it. It is the BJP who has made the SC community Ramnath Kovind ji as the president, ST community Shrimati Draupadi Murmu as the president, OBC Modi ji as the prime minister of the country. We don't need a lesson from Congress party or the opposition about that. And we have given the constitutional status to the OBC commission as well.
They are also using Prime Minister's statement with regards to जिनके ज़्यादा बच्चे हैं. Now, there's also a fear within the Muslim communities, what they're saying, that their population will also be controlled. Will there be any such policy decision or a legislation expected if the government is to come to power a third time?
I think let us have a look at the survey which came out with 7.8% reduction in the Hindu population rate, and there is 45% plus increase in the Muslim population rate since 1947. So now it clearly says a lot of things. All I'm trying to say is the data is in front of you. We can discuss that, but we are not passing any law as far as the birth control is concerned. We believe in equal rights and it should be given, but Congress is talking about that if you have 2 wives, you will get more, you get double the amount. That means if you have 4 wives, you will get 4 lakh rupees, you have 2 wives, you will get 2 lakh rupees, and if you have more children, you will get more wealth. Then who benefits, you tell me?
Fair enough.
You tell me who benefits.
Of course then. Then let's talk about what Aam Aadmi Party has, in fact, Arvind Kejriwal has just made a statement some time ago saying that the Prime Minister is on a very dangerous mission of one nation, one leader. And that is going to spell trouble for the entire country. And his assessment is that the BJP will not be coming back to power and that India will be forming its government, of which the Aam Aadmi Party will also be an integral part of. How do you respond to that?
A person who is out on an interim bail facing serious corruption charges and going to go back to the jail on 2nd of June. Well, it's a conditional bail given to Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, which clearly says that he can't attend office, he can't go to CM office, He can't look at the files. He can't take such decisions as well.
उसमें भी आम आदमी पार्टी के पॉलिटिशियंस और कांग्रेस ये कह रहे हैं ये बीजेपी को करारा जवाब है जो सेंट्रल एजेंसीज को मिसयूज कर रहे हैं, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का हक छीन रहे हैं, डेमोक्रेसी हैज प्रिवेल्ड.
Let me first finish my first answer. It's a conditional bail where it says कि आप अपने केस से रिलेटेड कोई बयान नहीं दे सकते, मुख्यमंत्री कार्यालय नहीं जा सकते, फाइल पे साइन नहीं कर सकते और आपको 2 जून को सरेंडर करके वापस जेल जाना पड़ेगा. तो बहुत स्पष्ट है कि उनको आरोप मुक्त, दोष मुक्त नहीं किया गया. भ्रष्टाचार के उनके ऊपर आज भी आरोप हैं. कोर्ट उनको सजा जब देगी तब देगी. दूसरा मैं कहता हूँ इकलौते नहीं है, उनका कुनबा ऐसा है. राहुल गांधी जी, सोनिया गांधी जी, चिदम्बरम जी सब भ्रष्टाचार के मामलों में बेल पर हैं. तो इसलिए क्या खुशी मना रहे हैं जी. ये तो ऐसा लगता है डूबते को तिनके का सहारा. उनको लगता है अच्छा केजरीवाल को इंटरिम बेल मिल गई, हल्ला करो, देश को बेवकूफ बनाओ. अरे भाई नहीं होगा ऐसा. देश समझदार है, जानता है कि भ्रष्टाचारी है, जेल में था और इनके उप मुख्यमंत्री भी भ्रष्टाचार के मामले में जेल में है, इनके स्वास्थ्य मंत्री, जेल मंत्री, इनके शिक्षा मंत्री और शराब मंत्री भी जेल में. ऐसी कौन सी सरकार. बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर को शर्म आती होगी जी. वो सोचते होंगे मैंने किस जमाने में वो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बनाया कि कोई भ्रष्ट नेता जेल जाएगा मुख्यमंत्री रहते और कुर्सी पे चिपका रहेगा. अरे इतना लालच इस कुर्सी का. और इनके ही बयान थे कि इस कुर्सी में कुछ खोट है कि आदमी बदल जाता है, भ्रष्ट हो जाता है. अरे भाई भ्रष्ट तो हुए, तुमने तो नैतिकता भी मार दी है.
चलिए हमीरपुर की बात करते हैं. हमीरपुर में आपको क्रिकेट खेलते हुए देखा गया. चौके और छक्के आप काफी छुड़ा रहे थे और वो चौके छक्कों पे भी काफी बातें हो रही हैं. इस बार चौके और छक्के जितवाएंगे आपको?
देखिए हम तो जीत का चौका लोकसभा में और छक्का विधानसभा में लगाएंगे. 6 उपचुनाव विधानसभा के और लोकसभा के चारों चुनाव जीत के दिखाएंगे.
And since we are talking about the Sixers, let's also talk about the 6 rebel MLAs from Congress party who are being fielded by the BJP, which has also become a strong talking point for Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu, who's in fact attacking the BJP, saying they are using money power, the BJP, against manpower from Congress party, and that corrupt means are being used by BJP in the political market to in fact buy politicians.
When
from
Congress has failed to deliver on the ground, when they couldn't do the development of the state and they struggle to implement and fulfill the promises they made, the guarantees they have given, 1,500 rupees per month to each woman. Now 16 months have passed, they are unable to give those 1,500 rupees per month. They promised to buy back the cow dung at the cost of 2 rupees per kilo and milk at the rate of 100 rupees per kilo. They didn't buy that. They were supposed to give 5 lakh jobs, they couldn't do that. They were supposed to give 600 crore rupees as a startup fund, they couldn't do that. They were supposed to give more, better prices for the horticulture, they couldn't do that. I can go on. Whatever they promised, they are unable to do so. They are unable to make the payments of the work being done in. They were only busy closing down the offices and the schools, colleges opened by the BJP. They shut down all those projects. Now this is a vindictive politics and a negative politics. The 9 MLAs, they didn't like it. They had 3.5 years to go. But they took a chance. They wanted to do the development of the constituency and they joined BJP. And I'm sure we're going to win all the seats.
At a time, Prime Minister has in fact been talking about 400 par. You were very short of crossing the 4 lakh margin last time around. इस बार 4 लाख पार होगा?
I never think about the margins and the kind of numbers. All we have to do is to give our 100%, reach out to the masses, tell them what Prime Minister Modi
Are you
has done.
saying that because the Congress government is in the state?
Not at all. I've contested elections against
Yes.
Congress in previously also. At that time, we had a mass leader, Shri Veerbhadra ji, as a chief minister.
But
And,
Sukhu ji also claims this as his own home territory, as do you.
I think let's leave it to the public, and they elected me for 4 times. Every time the margin has increased, and I think if you look at the Today Show, it clearly says the people have made up their mind. They're going to create a history this time, not only restricted to what the margin I had last time. So I'm not. That is why I'm not getting into the numbers. it's a different wave this time.
And since we started on the note of legacy, we've seen the legacy that your father has left with, because उन्होंने पूरी सड़कों का जाल बिछा रखा था, उनको सड़क वाला सीएम भी कहा जाता था. What have you contributed to the legacy of श्री प्रेम कुमार धूमल जी?
देखिए, धूमल जी की सबसे बड़ी लेगेसी है कि वो आम आदमी से और कार्यकर्ता से बहुत जुड़े हुए हैं. आज भी वो अपना फ़ोन खुद उठाते हैं, सबसे बात करते हैं, सैकड़ों लोगों से दिन में मिलते हैं. आज भी जब वो भाषण देने हैं तो आपने एक अलग वातावरण देखा होगा. वो बड़े लोगों, बड़ी उम्र के लोगों से तालियां तो आई होंगी, जय घोष भी होगा. युवाओं में जो 18 से 20 साल का युवा है, वो 80 साल के उस नेता के साथ कैसे कनेक्ट करता होगा, उसका सबसे बड़ी ताकत यह है कि जो उनका विकास देखते हैं. ही हैज ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड दिस स्टेट by building roads, by creating hydropower projects, giving more prices to the horticulture industry, and education, making Himachal an education hub in a way. So I think that is his legacy. He has done. He is known for the development work and the welfare projects. I mean, to fill into his shoes will be a tough thing to do, but I try to stay as humble as I could to reach out to the people and stay connected with them. I have made AIMS Hospital, 1700 crore rupees worth, 750 bed hospital, and a PGI extension center worth rupees 500 crore rupees. Third is the 300 bed hospital and mother and child hospital in all the 3 districts, trauma centers, 2 medical colleges, Central University, Triple IT, NIT, Technical University, Hydro Engineering College, and couple of more universities apart than the 6 central schools and many ITI and polytechnic colleges. I have completed the Unna Talwada railway line till Daulatpur Chowk, started new trains to Haridwar, Vrindavan, Mathura, Nanded Sahib, Mahakalok, Ujjain, Indore, Agra, Gwalior, Kolkata, Rajasthan. So that is the rail.
So
and fourth is the road network, which is very important, which is the lifeline of the hill state. From Hamirpur to Bilaspur, 300 crore rupees road. From Ghumarvin to Sarkaghat, 100 crore rupees. From Hamirpur to Jalandhar, 400 crore rupees worth project. And from Nadon to Ranital. And from Hamirpur, Dharampur, Bilaspur, 1200 crore rupees project. Apart than that, I have built Kiratpur, Bilaspur 4-lane highway. It used to take 3 hours. Now it takes only 40 minutes.
Well, you've already answered my next question, because that was about the charges being posed by Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu about how you are taking credit for various Congress initiatives. Let's not get into that.
No, I'll answer that also.
He's talked about a cancer hospital. He's talked about the bus stand, the foundation stone of which was laid by your father. He's talked about a medical college, saying that you have not done much about these things, and that during COVID an RT-PCR donation worth 35 lakh was made by him and not by you, despite being an MP.
I'll tell you something. After which he won't be able to show his face to the public. If you ask any Himachali, the person who have contributed towards the community, I made 3 oxygen plants and installed in all 3 districts. Apart than that, more than 2,000 oxygen concentrators, thousands and thousands of PP kits, lakhs of masks, medicines, which is worth much more than 5 to 10 crore rupees. He's talking about 35 lakh rupees. I don't get into that, because that was the pandemic like situation where it was my responsibility to contribute not only to my constituency, but I did it for entire state. We run 30 mobile medical units, provide free medicine, health checkup. I have done more than 10 lakh OPD tests and free medicines. We can't even think about it. We are providing free education to 12,000 students. More than 600 centers are open. I do a Sansad Khel Mahakumbh where 1 lakh youth already participated, and this year 50,000 will participate. I do Sansad Bharat Darshan Yojana where I take hundreds of kids, show them the country and give them more exposure. We have trained more than 7,000 women, Hunar Se Shikhar, where they are skilled and they are earning thousands of rupees. He can't even think. We go beyond his imagination. So let me tell him one thing. In 2015, We got the project sanction and the money sanctioned for this project. He doesn't have a 1% contribution to it. And I'm challenging him, show us the paper if you have the proof.
Since you mentioned women and Nari Shakti happens to be one of the top priorities of Prime Minister, I want to ask you this in your capacity as the Sports Minister. Yesterday, the Delhi Rouse Avenue Court has in fact said that there is enough evidence to frame against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh on charges of criminal intimidation and sexual harassment against the victims. Having said that, what will be your message to all those female wrestlers who in fact on the day his son Karan Bhushan Singh was given a ticket from the Kesarganj seat, said that, you know, all these female wrestlers said that the daughters of this country have lost the battle?
Let me tell you, first we welcome the verdict. Second, it is our government, my department, who initially went through the probe, passed on that report to the Delhi police. Delhi police further investigated and filed the report in the court, and finally a judgment has come from the court. So me and you can't decide about the sentence, whether he has done the crime or not. It was the court who was supposed to. I'm glad that court has done in a record time, which is a good sign.
No, but they said that on the day the son was given the ticket to fight election. How do you respond to that?
He's an individual. He has, his own identity.
So you don't think that that criminal antecedent or an alleged criminal antecedent?
Has he done that?
Okay.
If you do something, I can't charge your CEO for that, or your CEO has done something, I can't charge you for that.
All right. I think that answers my question.
And let me tell you one more thing about Chief Minister's constituency, Nadon, from where he comes. I built a national level stadium there. I have built 66 megawatts hydropower project, Dhola Seth. We have built a medical college there, and we have built a number of other such institutions like 20 crore rupees worth Kendriya Vidyalaya, which was not there for last 26 years. They were in a rented accommodation. I can go on that. I don't want to make it personal, but all I want to say is, whatever they lie, it can't stick on me. Because people know what I've done here, and that is the love. You have seen the energy in the people, the excitement, and the thousands of people from one end to the another end of the city clearly showcase, काम करो तो प्यार मिलता है.
26 years it's already been for the BJP from Hamirpur. May it be 31 as well. I wish you all the best. Many thanks to you, Anurag ji. May the best man win. Thank you for giving us your time here at CN News 18. Thank you.